Hey, if you're a tech company, an IT company, a SaaS company, or pretty much any sort of business that has a technical product that's difficult to describe, there's a really important thing you have to know in order to generate appointments and opportunities on LinkedIn. And the thing to keep in mind most is figuring out how to describe what you do in an intriguing way for the niche that you want to target. And I'll give you an example of how we did that recently with one client. I recently signed up a client who is in the financial services space. Their product is an AI software that uses machine learning technology, does dozens of things in the fintech space, in the financial technology space, from bots to expediting processing applications to improving the speed of how transactions occur to chat support, all sorts of things that makes banks' lives easier. And not just any banks, mid-sized banks and large banks, some of the largest companies in the world, really. And they came to us with a desire to drive more opportunities in sales, to find their hook and to get more leads. Now, before actually doing their lead gen, we had to find that hook. That was the key thing to figure out. And the one that we ended up finding was just perfect. It was realizing that in the banking ecosystem, out of the hundreds of things that they can do, one of the most important things that they could do is help banks move through the process of LIBOR, which is updating thousands of contracts and documents at pretty much every bank. Every bank is going through this right now, and their software helps these banks do this faster. And we managed to find a surefire way to find all the people on LinkedIn who are in charge of LIBOR with a couple of keywords. And we found a way to set up the profile and the messaging so that when we reached out to them, they were more than happy to chat because so few people are actually reaching out to them to get help with LIBOR or to offer help with LIBOR. It was very specific, it was very unique, and it was super relevant to that market. And it opened up dozens of opportunities with Fortune 1000 banks and mid-sized banks, and their pipeline is very full. So if you're a tech company and you need a little help with this, think about that. How can you take what you do, distill it down into its simplest part, and figure out a way to put it in front of that market without necessarily diluting the entirety of what you do?